Okay, this is unfiltered video. This is February 7th, the first week of February. Okay, so this week started off kind of miserable. I think on the first of the month, my mom and dad got into a fight, and my mom was being really dramatic, wanted to divorce my dad, like really dramatic. It was a pretty intense fight. And let's see. Ended up being okay. My dad, I think, was having problems at work. Kind of like me, huh? Kind of like me. Anyways, but yeah, it's good now. Let's see. So I was just pretty angry. Wanted more structure this month, so I started doing this routine. Routine was I would exercise with my mom and my dad, prep for my Euro trip, do data healing, and paint and draw every day. Oh, this is funny. This is my other stuff. One was to tidy my office, another one was to draw porn. Um, the idea would be like, I would draw like, porn basically. And maybe this would kind of be fun, put me out of my comfort zone. And also, like, it's kind of sexy, maybe get comfortable, but I didn't draw porn. I'll try doing it next week. It's hard. Um, okay. So learning about what was pretty it was really intense trying to do those four things. So for exercise, I was trying to do yoga with my dad and my mom at separate times of the day. I was trying to prep for Europe. I was doing data healing every day, paint and draw, and that was just really tiring. Did a little bit tidying of the office. Did some drawing this week. Okay. So I did some pretty good painting. I did this painting. It's pretty cool. So there's this one. I was kind of feeling kind of sick that day. And I think overall, and did this Spider-Man kind of thing. Can you see it? Whatever. Yeah, okay. Did that. I think I was asking too much of myself this week, because in addition to doing those four everyday items, I was also doing name painting work. I was also doing some client work, sending out orders and stuff. So it was, I think, more to ask for. And I was really focusing, I was trying to get my mom and dad to work out, which is really fucking annoying because, they're like lazy and shit. And so you have to kind of cajole them and trick them. Oh, do you want to do it now at 4 o'clock, or do you want to do it here? You know. So that was annoying because, and I had to focus a lot. I had to like schedule my entire schedule around them because they're really fickle. They don't like to do it, and but yeah, I think when I look back at it, I think I wrote down on like Monday and Tuesday. It was really good because I learned to be really flexible. I had to be really flexible with them because they like if I'm just working out, I can go by my own time. But with them, it's like I have to go around their schedule and their mood and like oh they just ate, oh they can't work out now, blah blah blah. So yeah, that was really tricky. Definitely a lot more structure this week, but almost too much structure. Let me see. Oh, the Universal called again on Wednesday. I do have an interview with them for sure, and that's great. Um, yeah, I don't want to say this stuff in the interview, but it's cool. I've been emailing people for recommendation letters, and one of my client volunteered to write a recommendation letter, and then I was like, wow, that's cool. And I was terrified, absolutely terrified. I think most of the time. Um, Terrified, just afraid of moving out. So I was doing some data healing on that. I think I have a fear of growing up. So I think today I finally made calls to people, my clients and stuff, asking them to write letters of recommendation. Not required, but my client recommended, you can be proactive and stuff and go for it, and that's cool. So going to Europe, I'm gonna try to arrange to meet Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together. She lives in Ireland, and that would be really cool. Um, so I've been contacting some friends. Hey, Simon, Mr. Gripcut, could I visit you in Germany? Is that cool? Comment below if that's cool with you. Um, any other viewers living in Europe? Or give me tips. I'm planning to do Ireland, UK, France, maybe go up to Germany, Berlin. That's Paris to France is a long way, huh? And then I want to go down to Switzerland. I think I have a friend there. And then I want to stop by Italy real quick. Maybe like Milan or Venice, somewhere kind of close to Switzerland. And I want to try to make it over to Spain if I have time. I have 30 days to do all this. Everyone's been telling me it's kind of tight. I don't. I mean, yes, I do want to see the sites, but the main point is I want to meet the people and see what the people are like there. Just in terms of my goals, I remember, talking about sex, right? Uh, what I've heard is people in Europe are just a lot more sexually confident. They're not as uptight as Americans. And yeah, that's something I want to just see. I don't know. There's not going to be like people having sex on the streets in Europe and France and Italy or something, I guess, no, right? But yeah, and like the people there seem confident and really cool and chill. So it's mostly about meeting the people. I don't need to do that much running around, even though it'd be nice to see some sites and touristy stuff. Wow, so many not PC stuff in this video. Really afraid. I think I was freaking out about the Universal job. I do have high hopes, or no, I'm feeling pretty confident. Whether or not I get the job, it's all okay. If I do get the job, I would be moving to Orlando, which is I'd be away from my parents. And what I am afraid of is like, life is short. I don't want to be. A lot of people have been, passing away and stuff. So I was just voicing my concern, like, I want to be there for my parents. I don't want to, leave and then, something happened to them. Knock on wood. But, you can't live your life in fear the entire time. It's just like how some parents, they don't want their kids leaving the nest and going off to some far off country. I imagine my mom, ooh, that's maybe the reason. My mom would be terrified that I go to Europe and who knows what might happen. Just kind of let go. And maybe I need to just let go too. I feel like if I leave and work in another state, not at home, will my parents be okay? I'm always doing a lot of chores, washing the dishes, doing this, doing that. My parents, will they be able to handle without me? I just gotta trust that they will. And yeah, I gotta trust that I will be able to handle myself too. A lot of times when I was in college or when I'm going, like last time I had the job, if you guys remembered, I had like a mental breakdown because I was just so stressed out from the job. Hopefully, this job at Universal, it'll be much better. Hopefully, I do get the job. Hopefully, it turns out good. Hopefully, everything works out perfectly. I don't know what the outcome is. I'll try to stay unattached to any outcome, but whatever that does happen, I do hope that I know that everything does have an arrangement and everything will turn out perfectly. Um, okay, let's see. So, what do I want to do next week? Next week, I definitely want to focus on Europe. I want to go to Europe. And I'm not sure what else. Um, Sorry, this video is dragging. Taxes? Taxes? Do I want to focus on taxes? I need to do taxes too. I do have a lot of hangouts coming up. So Tuesday, Wednesday, probably hanging out with my friend Kevin. Wednesday, lunch with John. Might be having lunch with a client too. Thursday, Friday, I'm going to a museum with a person. Saturday, I have a volunteer event. Yeah, it's packed. Hmm. Yeah. There's this girl. It's been hard to get a reach of her. Whatever.